Yo, what's up fanbase? It's your boy Blaze Hollow coming at you again with another What If trailer, and this time I'll be bringing you What If Deku Had the String Fruit. This should be a very interesting one because it's going to be one of my first villain trailers. I know I tried to do a villain Deku in the past, but let's see if this trailer can show that I've gotten better since then, so let's roll that intro and get into it.
Maybe in a million miles on a highway through the skies. Someday soon we'll be together.
No, I honestly don't think you can become a hero.
Zuko, I'm sorry, I never planned for your life to be like this. I hope one day you can forgive me. A small 4-year-old boy with green hair named Izuku was looking over his mother, who was dying in the alleyway from a villain who seemed to have jumped them on their way home. Izuku was always proud of his mother being somewhere in the top 50 of the pro heroes thanks to her string-like ability, but seeing her dying somewhat awakened something in his mind. Please don't die, I need you, I can't lose you just like Dad. The villain was just laughing, enjoying hearing the sounds of a small boy crying over his mother. You should be grateful that the association sent me to kill you, because if it would have been someone higher, your mother probably would have been taken in and used as some kind of slave or maybe even a toy if she kept her good physique. Inko was just gritting her teeth. Oh, it's true, the Hero Safety Committee really did want me out of the way. All I did was help people. Were they really that afraid of what I could do? The villain smiled, realizing that there was no point of hiding anything from a dying woman and her soon-to-be dead son. To be honest, I'm surprised the order took this long. If your ability to take control of anyone like a perfect puppeteer, it just takes one bad day for you to turn against us. And the higher-ups are not willing to take that chance, so they sent me here to snuff you and your son out before either one of you can become a threat. Izuku cries his eyes out, screaming at the top of his lungs. My mother is a good person. Whoever this committee is evil, not her. Inko, using the last of her strength, grabs onto her son and holds him really close, seeing that there was no way out. Izuku, don't waste your breath. I'm sorry that you had to get dragged into this. Just know that your mother always did love you. The villain was getting ready to attack and finally putting an end to Inko and Izuku, but before he could, a gunshot goes off, causing the villain to jump out of the way, revealing an old man with gray hair wearing a samurai-like kimono, along with a pair of socks and sandals. As a bunch of other guys in suits start charging towards the villain, the old man makes his way only to have a sad look on his face, realizing that the woman has lost too much blood. By the time they would be able to help her, it would already be too late. I'm sorry, young man, there is nothing I can do for your mother, but if she allows me, I can at least give you a home. Inko looked up at the man with her vision starting to blur. Hey, I know you. You're the leader of the Yakuza. The man nodded his head, not hiding the fact that he is a crime boss. You speak the truth, but right now, can you trust heroes any more than you can trust true villains? Go chuckled a little bit as she noticed the grocery bag that she had with her before this whole incident happened. Can you do me a favor? Over there in that grocery bag should be an apple. Can you give it to my son and then give us a few moments alone before I pass away? The man nodded as he walked over to the bag and grabbed out an apple and then gave it to the small boy. Am I to assume after your conversation that I'm supposed to take the boy with me? Go just nodded her head weakly. Out of all the crime bosses in Japan, I know you're the one that tries to do things more on the up and up, so I hope that one day you'll shape my son into a proper young man. Man frowned, knowing that she was a good woman, one of the actual legit heroes that were left, as he started to walk towards the end of the alleyway. I'll be waiting at the edge of the alleyway with my men. Once your mother passes away, please come out so I can take you to a safe place. Zuko was crying his eyes out, wondering why his mother wanted him to have this apple so badly and what was really going on. Mom, you're really not going to die, are you? Inko looked over at her son, trying to put the best smile that she could on her face. Unfortunately, I am, but I need you to stay strong and remember everything that you heard today, and know that I leave you with a very powerful gift. Zuko was confused, wondering if his mom had finally lost it and that the gift was the apple that he was holding. What is this gift, Mom? Can I give it back so you can stay? Inko had tears going down her cheeks, not really wanting to say goodbye to her little boy. boy. I'm sorry, but this is a gift that cannot be returned. Upon my death, you will see that this apple will start to change. Once you see it fully change into something different, I want you to take a bite of it. And even though it will be disgusting, I need you to swallow it. Upon doing so, you'll be given great power, and you should use it as you see fit, not how somebody else tells you how to use it. Izuku grabbed onto his mom's arm as tears just started to stream down his cheek even more as they started to hit the floor hard. "Oh, Mom, I'd rather stay powerless. If it means I get to stay with you, please don't leave me." Ghost started to feel herself going cold, knowing that she only had a few seconds left, so she mustered up the final ounce of her strength to smile for her son as best she could. "Always know this, Izuku. I love you, and that will never change. I'll be watching over you from the other side, being proud of whatever it is you become." Ingo's head fell backwards as her eyes started to dilate. Her whole body went limp, symbolizing that she had died from blood loss. Izuku was crying, not wanting his mother to leave him, as he shook her a little bit, hoping that she would wake up, but with no result. That's when he noticed the apple he was holding started to get this weird spiral print on it. Once it was finished, Izuku remembered what his mother wanted him to do with it as he took a bite of it. Upon eating it, it was the most disgusting fruit he ever ate, but he wanted to honor his mother's dying wish as he swallowed it. Once that was done, he walked out of the alleyway as he saw the old man. "Can you please give my mother a proper burial?" The old man nodded his head with respect as he held out his hand for the young boy to take it. "Don't worry, your mother will have a proper burial. I'll have my men retrieve her body so we can get it ready." Izuku grabbed onto the old man's hand, still crying. "What am I going to do now?" The old man walked with the boy as his guards were following them from the shadows. "It really is up to you. You could try to get justice for your mother by playing by the legal system and seeing where it gets you. You could join my organization and see if maybe we can take down the people who took your mother away from you. Or you could try to live a normal life and get past today. It's up to you, young man." Izuku tried to wipe away the tears with his arms, but they just wouldn't stop. "I want to make those who took my mother away from me pay. I want to see them in their graves just like they did to my mother." The old man had a somber look on his face, not knowing either to be happy to hear that or to be concerned, even if it means making the entire world your enemy. Izuku finally was able to stop the tears as he uncovered his eyes, showing a look of rage and madness within them. "I will do whatever it takes." As he holds out his hand, a small string starts to protrude from his hand as he was confused. "I guess my mom was right. She really did leave me with an amazing power." The old man smiled, knowing that the Yakuza just gained a very powerful ally. "Then I will help you by teaching you how to harness your power, and then you can pull everyone's strings." Izuku smiled a little bit wickedly as a piece of his humanity seemed to shred off. "I will become the puppeteer of this world, and then I will clip the strings of those who choose not to be my puppet." 10 years have passed of hard, grueling training and learning how the underworld works. Izuku has become known as the Devil's Puppeteer because once he captures you within his strings, your lives are within his hands. The man himself was walking through the Yakuza base wearing a black suit with a red tie and black shades covering his eyes as he was heading into the medical bay, only to see the old man laying there in a bed seeming to be in a coma. "I really do have to thank you, old man. You and your organization taught me so much, but I couldn't be able to stand by your soft-hearted ways anymore. Thanks to a few close allies within the organization that decided to work for me instead of you, you get to lay here in this medical bed and I get to take control of everything." That's when a man also dressed in a suit with a green coat with feathers along the rim. "I was able to make it painless for him, so when the time is right we can wake him up and he can see what we were able to accomplish." Izuku just had a biggest smile on his face seeing one of his closest friends were able to make this all possible. "I truly have to thank you again overall for helping me with this. I know that you were hesitant at first, but I promise you once we're done the Yakuza will own all of Japan." Overhaul just leaned over on the door frame. "Trust me, I know. We already have people wanting to hire our lower ranks as muscles so to bring in a lot of money, but have you considered about my offer to dealing with the brat's quirk and turning it into bullets?" Izuku sat down on the edge of the bed next to the unconscious man. "I have, and we will make them, but we don't need the girl to be traumatized. If we can do it humanely and get her to want to help us, it would be much better. So give me some time to talk to her. If she is non-cooperative, I will let you have your way with her." Overhaul was very amused, thinking how Izuku can be heartless at some moments, but then also be very compassionate in others. "Take as much time as you need. You are the boss after all, so who am I to rush you?" Izuku stood up as as he started to walk out of the door as he was heading towards his office, seeing that Overhaul was following right behind him. No, the day that the old man found me always replays in my mind about my mother and the Hero Safety Committee being worried about her powers being put into the wrong hands. But because of their actions, I now stand where I do today. Overhaul chuckled about how ironic it truly is. True, if they would have left things alone, they probably wouldn't have to worry about the Yakuza, but now they have to deal with the Devil's Puppeteer as our leader, ready to make everyone dance to his new performance. Zuko started to laugh as it echoed through the corridor, making those who heard it shiver a little bit. Trust me, once the performance starts, it will not end until I say so, because I plan to have everything being pulled by my strings. But that's where I'm going to leave this teaser trailer off this time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is me taking another shout out at Villain Deku, so I hope to see a lot of likes and comments to make this series actually canon for my roster. With all that said, I'm out. Bye.